Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today for another very exciting video. This is going to be my TBR for the Springathon. Springathon is a readathon that I co-host with Natalie from Curious Reader and Doris from Aldi Books, where we encourage everybody to pick up at least one book of nature writing in the month of May. This year, the Springathon is going to run from May the 1st through May the 14th. And like I said, the only thing that you need to do to participate is read one book of nature writing. And that can be fiction, nonfiction, poetry, graphic novels, graphic nonfiction, whatever strikes your fancy that talks about the natural world. So we do have 4 prompts, and they are color, craft, capture, and caring. You can use them or not as you see fit. I have broken my TBR down into those 4 categories. So I have a book and 2 books for one of the categories, but 1 book for each of the other categories. Because it's only 2 weeks this year, and I'm not going to be able to read for the entire month as I've done in years past, I tried to keep this remotely sensible and only pick 5 books, which is still probably not sensible. But that's what we're going with today. So for the prompt color, I have chosen a book I'm very excited to get to, and I chose it because of the colors on the cover, not because of the content of the book. But I think the colors, obviously, colors in nature, beautiful, colorful frogs, beautiful ocean, no explanation needed, right? But this is Sounds Wild and Broken by David George Haskell. This is Sonic Marvels, Evolution's Creativity, and the Crisis of Sensory Extinction. And this is all about the sounds that wildlife make. So these are just adaptations by different living creatures to produce sounds that we can hear and sounds that we can't hear as humans. So I love David George Haskell. He's one of my favorite nature writers of all time. I've read 2 of his other books and absolutely love them. So this one I bought immediately when it came out last year, and I haven't yet picked it up. And so I very much want to rectify that during Springathon this year. Then for the prompt craft, I have another book that I'm super excited about, and that's Woodsqueer, Crafting a Sustainable Rural Life by Gretchen Legler. This is a book that I picked up last fall as well, and this is Legler's memoir of living on an 80-acre farm in the woods in Maine. She and her partner moved there from an urban environment and decide to basically homestead, and this is the memoir of them sort of learning how to do that and also learning about each other in the process. I think that this is just a gorgeous cover, and it's all about learning how to make things and live off the land in a rural lifestyle on a homestead. So very much excited to finally get to that one. I'm excited about all these books. I don't know why I keep saying that. So for the prompt capture, which can be selections that you've captured about nature writing, I've chosen this collection. This is Women on Nature, 100+ voices on place, landscape, and the natural world, edited by Katharine Norbury. So one of the things about nature writing is that it's traditionally been a province of men, and this book tries to go through history from, I think, the 14th century? Yes, from the 14th century to the present day, taking selections of writings from women from the UK, Britain, Ireland, and other islands in that area of Northern Europe, and collecting them together in one place so that you can read about them. This book was a gift from Britta Bowler, and I'm very excited to finally be picking this one up. It also has poetry included in it, which I think is a nice mixed to add. It's a nice element to add into your mixture of nature writing. And so there's illustrations in this book. There's just all kinds of different elements, different types of writing. Elizabeth Gaskell, I just flipped the page open to a selection by Elizabeth Gaskell, who I love. So I'm very excited. Here is a list on the back here of all the different women authors who are going to be in this collection. So that is my choice for capture. And then I have 2 options for the prompt caring. And the first one is another gift, this one from Kim at Middle of the Book March. She gave me for my birthday last year, Abundance, Nature, and Recovery by Karen Lloyd. And this is an essay collection. And this is all about restoration in the natural world, trying to bring back species or landscapes or ecosystems. And I always love to include an essay collection in my Springathon reading because it's something that you can dip in and out of. And I think that that really lends itself to nature writing is the essay form. So I'm going to be tackling this one, and look at the moss on this cover. Just love that. And then another book that I picked up last year and haven't yet gotten to, this is Winter Pasture, One Woman's Journey with China's Kazakh Herders by Juan. And this is a book that was originally published in Chinese and was translated by Jack Hargreaves and Yan. And this is Juan's memoir of being a creative person in China and how that did not conform to the expectations placed on her. And because of that, she decides to like take a break from her life and travel with these Kazakh herders as they move sheep from one place to another. And this is a typical journey that's done annually, and she just decides that she's just going to experience that lifestyle of a nomadic herder. And this is her memoir of what that is like. I think they move them from, they take their 30 camels, 500 sheep, and over 100 cattle and horses to pasture for the winter. So this is a normal journey they take every year to move their animals to their winter pasturage. And I am always looking for more translated nature writing, and so to have something from China is exceptional. Like there's just not very much that I'm aware of that's nature writing from that perspective. So I'm very excited to learn about how these animals are cared for as you travel from one place to another in China. So those are the 5 books that are on my TBR for sure. I am also contemplating picking up a novel for Springathon. On my Kindle, I have Greenwood by Michael Christie, I think. I'm going to put the picture up here. But this is a novel that has been recommended to me by many, many people because of my love of The Overstory by Richard Powers. And I am always up for novels that sort of weave in things about trees into them. And I think that is a multiple timeline narrative of different generations of the same family, which kind of reminds me of another book that I read. It was a really thick book, and I can't remember the name of that one either. I'll put a picture up here of that book that I buddy read with Natalie from Australia. Gosh, why can't I remember the name of the book? But that was also a multi-generational story about a family connected to forest products and logging and that sort of stuff. So I may pick that book up for Springathon as well if I have time. I would really like to. It's been sitting on my Kindle for ages, and I've been really wanting to read it lately. So those are my plans for Springathon. I'd love to hear about any books that you plan to read for Springathon. If you have something in mind that you're really excited about, please let me know in the comments down below. And I hope that you will join in with us for Springathon this year from May 1st to May 14th. Hope you're all doing well and finding some great books to read. I will talk to you later.